either failed a certification or going to fail your certification. Before we get into that, I'm Rob from PassTechCerts.com, and I hope people just like you pass tech certifications super fast, right? So about a week ago, I had 7 students take the A+ certification, and 7 of them went in, and only 6 of them got certified. And the crazy thing is, the one student that failed, the one student that did not pass certification is the one student I knew for sure was going to pass the certification. So, in a nutshell, the biggest reason that he failed the certification was not listening, right? Repetition is the father of all learning. And as a teacher, as a professor, as a mentor, as an educator, I repeat myself a lot. And it's a reason for that. I say the same shit a lot, so you remember it and you actually execute, right? So even it's in your subconscious. I done said this shit so many times. It's in your subconscious that you know, okay, he must be saying this for a reason. This must be important, right? So anyway, he studied for 2 weeks, right? So that's how long our students study for, right? So he studied for 2 weeks. We went through everything, what to expect on the exam, blah, 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 right? And when he came out the exam room, he got in the 500s, right? Which is super low, right? Basically, my barometer is if you get anything lower than a 500, then that means that you don't understand anything. It's not working out for you. I don't know if the goddamn computer was on when you was taking the exam or what, right? But anything below a 500, it's a wrap. It's no bueno for you, right? So he got, I think like a 550 or 520 or something like that, right? And you need a 650 to pass. So I was talking with him, just like I talked to all the students, if they pass or fail, kind of what did you see? How did you feel? Was it easier than you expected, harder than you expected? Any surprise, blah, blah, blah. And he said, yeah, well, it was the simulations. I'm like, you talking about the same simulations that we went over 1,000 goddamn times? He was like, yeah, they just tripped me up and I froze up. And I was like, well, did none of your comrades, did none of your buddies, none of your cousins goddamn freeze up? So what happened? He was like, well, when I went in there, the first simulation, I didn't kind of know, what it was talking about, but I still messed around. Then I got another simulation. I think he said he had 4 simulations on his exam. Anyway, by the time he got finished messing around in the, simulations or the PBQs, he only had, I think he said he had 40 minutes left or 40, something, just not enough time, right? So the exam is a maximum of 90 questions, right? So you got 90 questions, you got 90 minutes to finish that stuff, right? Which means that you basically got 1 minute per question. Now the simulations most times are going to take you way more time than the multiple choice questions. But so you don't have the same fate as this guy. If you get to the simulations, you have no idea what the hell it's talking about, which I told him this before, before he took the goddamn exam, right? If you have no idea what you're talking about, just skip them. It's okay. You can skip the simulations and the PBQs and come back to them, because a lot of times what's going to happen is as you're going through the questions, as you are going through the test, they're going to ask you something that's going to spark a memory or spark your subconscious if you've been studying the right shit. And you're going to be like, oh, okay, that's what it was asking. And you'll be able to go back to the simulations and go ahead and knock those out, right? Because understand that it's almost impossible to pretty much bomb the simulations and still pass the actual exam. So I asked him, I was like, do you think you got any of them right? He was like, I don't know. I just was clicking a lot of stuff, blah, blah, blah. And he said, yeah, when I got to the questions, I was good. He was like, I just didn't have enough time. So he had two mess ups. He wasn't sure if he got the simulations right, and he actually ran out of time, right? I think he said he had like maybe 10 questions left, right? Just because once he got out of the simulations, the clock was shit. He didn't have enough time. He had, 70, 80 questions that he had to go through in 40 minutes. That's another thing. When you're in the simulations, when you're taking the PBQs and stuff, the clock isn't there. So he kind of thought he had only been in there for like 10 or 15 minutes, but he had been in there for damn near an hour and a half. I mean, not an hour and a half, but over a half an hour, right? So the main thing that I want you to get from this video is that for one, you have to prepare, right? You have to prepare seriously. You have to prepare. The A plus is not easy. The network plus is not easy. Security plus is not easy. Certifications are not easy, right? So you have to prepare the right way. Secondly, the first thing you're going to see is going to be a simulation, a performance-based question, meaning that instead of multiple choice stuff, it's going to actually be an issue. You got to move stuff around, click buttons, actually execute on an actual scenario. So taking a test in general is nerve-wracking and stuff like that. Another thing is he took the exam, which was different from everybody else, at an actual testing center, right? So everybody else was in a quiet environment. Everybody else was somewhere where they were comfortable. Now, he was at a testing center, and it was a quiet environment, but he wasn't comfortable. He had to leave early. He had to sit in traffic. He said he almost got into a fucking accident, right? And, had to be in a room with other people, right? So that was kind of nerve-wracking, blah, blah, blah. And he said the connection, for some reason, it kept on freezing up on him, right? And they had to stop it and then restart it. So that kind of messed him up with confidence. The good thing is, all the questions, he was good to go, right? But the simulations kind of messed him up, right? He just got in there and he kind of froze up. And then, like I said, instead of just, okay, I don't really get what this is talking about right now and going to the next thing, he sat there for 30, 45 minutes looking at the simulations and simply did not have enough time to finish the actual questions. The good news is, I think like 4 or 5 days later, he went in there, took the exam and passed just by taking a deep breath, being confident, and understanding that, okay, I only fucking can take maybe 5, 10 minutes most, but it should be 5 minutes, especially for the simulations. 5 to 7 minutes a piece on those simulations. Knocked him out and blew it out the park. I think he got in the 700s when he passed, right? So what I want you to get from this, is that don't take any of these certifications lightly. If you are in one of our programs, make sure that you follow our roadmap to the T if you want to pass A plus in 30 days. And just make sure that you study correctly. And when you get into the exam room, that's what all the late nights was for. That's what all the sacrifices was for. That's what you've been studying for. Don't freeze up now. This is Rob from PassTechSearch.com, and I'll see you in class.